The best not be no mice in the house.
There are mice in here. There's a whole stack of them. Hey guys, it's Maymay and my trusty sidekick.
Shannon and the mice.
Shannon and the mice. Vinny's not here. He's gone on his trip. So today, Shannon is the only sidekick, not Vinny's sidekick. She's the only one.
I'm the only sidekick.
It's a good sidekick.
Yay, thanks.
Today we are doing Merry Christmas or Mousy Christmas or there's mice in here, y'all.
There's mice. Sorry, y'all.
I don't know if I told y'all, but for the live show, Shannon and I found this website. We just Googled like Christmas themes, and there was like all the themes you've seen so far were themes.
Mic check.
I've got mine on, I think it's on, but it may not be. Is it on now?
I don't know.
Always the microphones. I wish they were automatic on. I wish they were like, oh, she's talking. Here I am.
She's talking. Come
on. Anyway, we've been picking themes for the 2 o'clock shows, and we've done it on Google. And we just searched Christmas themes.
I
think that's what we searched. And it was so funny because were you at the meeting? Vinny's out of town. It was so.
At the meeting.
We just enjoyed looking at the themes, and we've got some really cool ones. That's why you've seen the ones we've been doing. But today's theme is mice. I mean, it's not really mice. It's like Christmas mouse, right? So a lot of fun, a lot of things planned for 3 different projects planned for you today. So we're just going to get started because we have a lot planned.
Hey,
I'm going to.
Said my band name is going to be Shannon and the Mice.
Shannon and the Mice. Yuck. You guys. First off, I want to show you, I'm not sure, I'm going to reveal it like this. Hang on, let me show you this. So, the stamp set I'm going to be using for the first project. There's 2 stamp sets, but predominantly this one. I'm going to be using this. Now, does this look like a Christmas stamp set at all? Like, at all? Does it even resemble a Christmas stamp set? No, it doesn't. It doesn't say Christmas. It doesn't have a Christmas tree. Nothing about it is Christmas. And the plan is for you guys to be able to see your stamps in a different way. Okay? I try to do that all the time, but it's hard to do. So today we're going to turn this into a Christmas card. Ready? Okay. I think I'm not going to show you the end result. I normally do when we get started, but I'm not. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the cheese. We're going to cut some cheese.
Maymay's cutting cheese.
I'm just going to say it. That's what we're going to do.
Maybe that should have been your title.
The title should have been Maymay Cuts the Cheese.
Maymay Cut the Cheese.
That would have got a lot of views.
It sure would have. I have icing on me.
Oh, I wonder why. You'll find icing in project number 2 today. Okay, check this out. We're going to ink this up.
It's a horrible thing to find.
And I'm going to stamp it on orange. You guys want to guess what this is going to be?
Cheddar?
Not mozzarella. You guys. Have you heard about the lawsuit? The TGI Fridays? It's TGI Fridays lawsuit? They're suing them because there's no mozzarella in their mozzarella sticks. I mean, granted, they say mozzarella sticks. Granted, right? So I'm going to zoom in, y'all. It's too far out, as far as we can go. It's too far out. Okay. So, cheese. Let's cut it out. Let's cut the cheese. So you can answer all those questions coming in.
Sherilyn, did you see, Sherilyn said, can we see your shirt, Maymay? It looks so cute.
Did you see it?
You kind of stood up there, so
I did stand it for a second.
Carol said, I watched Vinny's church program last night and enjoyed it very much. He did such a great job.
Thank you. He enjoyed doing that. He loves to sing.
You could tell he had so much fun.
Yeah. He's a singer. It's what he likes to do. Y'all don't know this. I'll tell y'all about Vince. Whenever it's time for him to do, you know, he prints all the labels for Stamp Club. He will not give that job up. It is his job. And we know when he's doing Stamp Club. And I'm going to show you how we know. Shannon, how do we know when Vinny's doing Stamp Club?
You can hear him singing. Like, he either turns on, sometimes it's gospel. A lot of times it's
country.
80s, 90s country.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
He has a playlist. He has a playlist on his phone, and he will turn it on.
Did he title it Stamp Club?
I don't think so. I think he's got it titled by what it is, you know, by the genre.
Yeah.
But he literally will sing to the top of his lungs.
Oh, yeah.
It is so loud. Okay, now I used 3 stamp sets. I forgot I used 3. You don't have to, okay? I'm doing it because it's easy. The 3rd stamp set I'm using is our Christmas tree builder set, and I took the trunk. I thought this would be easy to get a trunk. You don't have to. You can just cut a rectangle.
I just thought you cut a rectangle.
Nope, you could just cut a rectangle. But I wanted it to have a line, so I used that. That's from that stamp set.
Noah did have a great birthday. Thank you, Miss Carol. After 2 restaurants that he picked here in Clanton were closed, and we had to talk him into
Who was
the
that
third.
other neighborhood?
No, he picked Samato first, which is our Japanese sushi place here in Clanton, and they're closed on Tuesdays, which we totally forgot about. And then he picked Mad Dogs, and they're closed on Tuesday nights.
He picked Mad Dogs? That's odd.
Yeah. Well, because they have their ice cream bar. And he was like, we have a cake. I can get ice cream there to go with my cake.
Cute.
And they close at like 3 o'clock on Tuesdays. They're not open on Tuesday nights.
Now, for a minute, you're going to think I'm making a cheese pop, but I'm not. It's not a cheese pop. We're going to give this cheese a trunk. So now what do you think it is? It is not a cheese pop. Cheese with a trunk. Now what we need is a card base. I'm going to grab one from right here. I thought I had one out already, but I guess I didn't. We're going to use a card base, and we're going to go back to the stamp set, and we're going to pull out a mouse. And the mouse I'm using is this little guy right here, the one who sits like this, okay? He is so cute. I'm going to stamp up this little mouse, or ink him up. You could get behind a cheese pop, me too, actually. And I'm going to stamp him somewhere like this. We're going to build around him, okay? Somebody got it. All right, then I'm going to get some foam.
It's a Christmas cheese.
It's a Christmas cheese.
A cheese tree.
It's going to be a cheese tree. See that? It's a cheese tree. Now, I'm going to get foam in a second. We need to do some other work. This is where we're going to turn this into a Christmas set, okay? I'm going to take the little sentiment that says, have a nice day. And I'm going to take the sentiment from Glad Tidings that says Christmas. Oh, Christmas. Oh, Cheesemas tree. Oh, Cheesemas tree.
I was just going, oh, Christ cheese tree.
How funny. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Post-it note here. You don't have to. You can use something else. The reason I like to mask off with a Post-it note is when I'm using ink, it sticks to the Post-it note, and then when I peel it off, it doesn't get all over me because the Post-it note will kind of suck up the ink. So I'm going to mask off day. So I'm just getting have a mice, okay? So I'm going to have a mice, and you can see how that picked up the ink that would have gone on day. You can use this again. That's one thing too. It'll dry, so I can use it again. I don't have to. With tape, and it has that non-porous surface, it doesn't always dry. So before I stick down my tree, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp have a mice, and I'm going to let it go something like this. Now, if you have used this stamp before, you have to make sure you clean it, okay? Because if you don't, it can have some shadow ink left on there. You want to make sure you clean it before you do this kind of thing. And now we can pop this guy up. No, let's go ahead and stamp because I'll be stamping. Okay. So now I'm going to use the word Christmas. Oh, cheesy tree. Oh, cheesy tree. That's cute. You guys are so funny.
First-time watcher.
I'm so excited about that. Thank y'all for being here for the first time. That's really, really awesome. And then I'm going to take the word Christmas from a completely different set. They're not related in any way. And stamp Christmas. Just like that. Have a nice Christmas. Isn't that cute? Have a nice Christmas. And then I'm going to take some foam, just a touch, because I want to pop up our cheesy tree. Our Cheesemas tree. Did somebody say Cheesemas?
I like Merry Cheesemas.
Merry Cheesemas. So I'm going to put this here. This is a funny card to send to somebody who is lactose intolerant.
Me and Joe.
You and Joe. This would be Shannon's and Joe's card.
We are lactate friendly.
They do take their lactate together. Half the time Shannon supplies him with his lactate because he forgets it. I said, Joe, I have to buy Shannon a whole bottle of lactate because you take it as much as she does.
He's lactate dependent upon me.
He is lactate dependent on you. That's it. All right. And then, the perfect tree for Oh Holy Night. Funny.
That would have been a funny one to put at the bottom.
Then I'm going to stick the little tree down. And our little mouse is sitting by the tree. And let's fold this guy up. And of course you can I'll show you. Did I do the inside? I think I did. No, I didn't. But you could take the stamp set and use another saying and mix it up in some way. Or you could go to a different set and find some little saying you wanted to use with it for the inside. I think it would be cute. There's all different ways to do it. Like on Glad Tidings, which is the second one I use. Let's see what we can find right here. How about...
Thanks, Ann, for being our Vinny. We only have 348. We have 348 people watching and only 101 likes.
I'm trying to see.
Like us up.
Wishing you a jolly holiday. Sending holiday hugs. You could use any of these in this, but I was trying to see if there's one that would work with cheese. You can also go back to the sayings on there. Let me see what's on here. We've got...
Cheer for the whole year. Take cheer out and put cheese in.
Y'all, this would be cute. Did someone say cheese-cake? Instead, did someone say cheese tree? That would be cute. You could just mask off cake and just handwrite in tree. It'll be funny. It'll look like the mouse handwrote it in. That would be cute, right? So play around. If you have stamp sets you want to mess with and play around with. Oh, I forgot one little piece I want to show y'all. Here's something else I did to make it look more like a tree. I went back to the star punch. It's getting a lot of use. A lot of use. And I put this little guy right here. Just like this. Just put our little star on the top of our cheese tree. Cheesemas tree.
Oh, Cheesemas tree. Oh, Cheesemas
Isn't that cute?
tree.
And look how easy that is. I mean, you just cut out some cheese. And honestly, if you want to use the SVG, let the SVG cut it out. Let the SVG, this is the one I did yesterday. So you can see how I planned it out. And I just think it's cute. I didn't even color him. I'm like, that's so easy. And I want the Cheesemas tree to stand out. So you like it?
I love it.
I think it's cute. I think it's a good start
How
to our...
cheesy.
It's a good start to our Merry Christmas. We still have 2 more projects for you. I'm going to move
How
these aside.
cheesy.
Shannon and I are going to trade spots, and she's going to come do the next one for you.
Oh, there's fixing to be creatures stirring on the
I put on the thumbnail, not a creature with stirring. Yes, they are. There's a
fixing
lot
to be
of them
creatures
stirring.
Do you want me to show them the before product?
It's up to you. I think it's cute for them to kind of see it develop.
I think we got everything. Did you get the
That's so funny, Molly. I just read it. Molly said you could use your little star punch for the glitter tree topper. I literally had one punched and ready to go. That's funny. Oh, I forgot those.
I'm gonna get a napkin.
She's having to
That plate's-
reset over
that
there, so
plate's
give her
kinda-
just a second. Just a second.
Kind of ugly.
I usually like as I'm coming in. Oh, y'all are so sweet.
All right, y'all. It's gonna be a surprise. Y'all have to figure it out.
I think it's cute to let it reveal.
We have some golden thin Oreos.
Show them how thin those are. Have y'all had these Oreos? Look how thin.
They're so good.
You'll see why we chose these. I'll just tell y'all, this is a rich treat. So instead of using a thick regular Oreo, we went with a thin Oreo. Now, on Pinterest, I'll save this while Shannon's getting stuff ready. You need a, what is this?
This is a chocolate covered cherry.
I'm also going to tell you this so you'll know. The reason we bought these particular ones that are wrapped is we found with the other ones, it's kind of, you kind of don't know what you're going to get. Some of them have already exploded in the box. Not always, but sometimes they leak. These don't. So you know that these are not leaked. So that's why we use them. But you also can do this with the fudge covered white Oreos. That's really cute to do that. Then you need, sorry, I got in your way.
No, you're not. You're fine. You need 3 Hershey Kisses.
Well, you need ever how many you're going to make.
Well, yeah. I need 3 because I'm making 3. And then
The
we
thin
need-
Oreos make you feel like you need twice as many.
Nah, the cookies. The cookies. They're so good. Then you need almond slivers.
2 per. By the way, she's making 3 of these right now. So that's why she's laying them out like this.
I'm trying to find thin ones. They work better.
Lisa says, do I need to take my cat to you? Your cat can't eat this, but
No.
they're good.
All right, so you'll need 2 almond slivers per little mouse.
Oh, she told you it's a
I
mouse.
told you it's a mouse.
It's a mouse, it's a mouse, it's a mouse, it's a mouse. See how these don't leak? Y'all need to trust me.
Yeah.
My mother's favorite Christmas candy was Queen Anne chocolate covered cherries. It was her favorite. And I bought those, but so many of them had leaked into the package, which I don't care about when I'm eating them.
She
I'll
don't
just eat them. I won't eat them, but for this, you don't want them to be
You don't want leaky
leaking.
cherries. You don't want leaky cherries.
Betty said she only likes the double stuffed. I will tell y'all, I saw these done on Pinterest
like
where
double
some
stuffed.
people took the top cookie off and left the icing showing and like put the little mouse on icing. Does that make sense? So whoever was making them got to eat the top cookie.
That's what I wanted to do.
Oh, is that how that's why you wanted to do it? You want to eat the top
I
cookie?
wanted to eat the top cookie.
I can't eat an Oreo unless it's just ready to fall apart from milk. That's the
Oh,
only way I can eat them.
I can eat an Oreo. Don't we wish we all had that problem? All right, then we're using these little cinnamon sprinkles.
Shannon, you got to answer this question. If they're thin, does it mean less filling? I think so.
Yeah, here, I'll take one for the team.
Hey, but didn't I see double stuffed thin?
You did, I think, but these are not.
You're taking one for the team.
There's not.
That doesn't look a lot less.
It is less, but there's less cookie to filling ratio. So it's equal to, I think, regular cookie to filling ratio.
Can I
Does that
try
make
one?
sense?
Can I have that one you just opened? What do they
Uh-huh.
have you? I've never tried one.
Oh yeah, they're good.
And my
I'm not
boys,
gonna eat it. I'm not gonna eat it now because then I'll have cookie mouth.
My boys prefer the golden to the regular.
Then we got these little guys.
Oh,
This
it's
is
just an Oreo.
This is a set of all different colors. We're using the black today.
This is good.
Uh-huh. And we're using the little rounds.
Hey, Kathy, welcome in. This is really good.
They are, aren't they? And there.
You know what? Because I'm not a double stuffed Oreo person. This is the kind of this is the amount I like of cream.
Blake's mom and dad really like those. I like double stuff and a big old glass of milk.
Patty, it
Really
depends.
cold milk.
Patty said, I had to go shopping after the orange segment. Got all the things for the orange balls and dipped orange jellies. Am I going to need to go shopping again after this one? Possibly.
Yeah, sorry. And then you're going to need some cookie decorating icing or any type of hold it together icing. You could just mix up some icing.
Honestly, I think
If
you
you're
would come
that
out
person.
better making some royal icing. Because royal icing dries quicker. Hardens quicker.
So, I'm going to show y'all how I did this.
Hello, South Texas.
Just a little dot back here.
Tamitha said she'd make these and put a mouse trap on the plate.
That
would be cute.
Funny.
Or serve this like a sweet and salty, a cheese and mouse plate. Think of this for a charcuterie. It'd be cute. Now notice she's putting these on their side. See that? They just look cute, look like they're little bottoms.
And you do have to be kind of careful because when I was making these, if you handle your chocolate too much, it starts to melt. Then I did my almonds.
It's like art glitter glue.
It is.
So funny. Look at those little faces looking at you right now on camera, y'all. You see those little beady eyes looking up at you? I do. On a cheese board would be so cute, honestly. Little mice on a cheese board, that's cute.
You stick your little ears on.
That's so cute.
So much concentration. Oh, my almond broke.
Well, now you gotta eat it.
Huh?
Now you gotta eat it.
No, I don't.
Shannon can't eat nuts right now.
I don't
She's
like
avoiding
almonds. They irritate my throat.
You don't like almonds.
I don't like almonds anyways.
Edible art glitter glue. I'm
Otherwise
about it.
known as icing.
I'm about it.
Let's turn that guy over. Get him out of the way. And that one's not
Look at that
cooperating.
beady-eyed, big-nosed face in the middle looking up at us.
That one?
Yes. It's so funny.
I was giving y'all entertainment.
That is so, it looks like a platypus or something.
These ears, y'all. Look at these ears.
They're very cute.
Look at those ears.
This would be cute. Be cute for like a Minnie Mouse birthday party.
Yes.
Oh, so cute.
Oh, this one.
Wait till you see. Now listen, because somebody said what we use for the tail. We're going to show you what we
I'll
used.
show you what I use for the tail in just a minute.
But there's other options. We went with
Yes.
this one, but there's candy options for that. Here's one option we didn't go with, okay? You can just dip long stem cherries and the stem becomes the tail. But we didn't do that because we didn't want to dip cherries. We wanted it to be easier than that.
Now, I did wind up with this icing having to use a little more because your almonds stick off a little bit. So to be able to get the rest of your mouse face
Look at that, y'all.
to stick on, kind of had to put a little much. And the longer it sits, the easier it is for it to stick.
You might could turn this into a bunny.
Possibly.
Maybe not black beady eyes.
Yeah, you wouldn't want black beady eyes.
You probably want to use like the eyes, like the candy eyes that are white with they're white candy with the black dot. It's such a crafter thing, Sherilyn. I make a face out of everything. I see a face everywhere.
Everything.
I send Shannon pictures of my laundry pile because there are faces in my laundry pile everywhere. Matter of fact, there was one this week and I didn't send it to you because it was the tiniest little mini face. My clothes, when I throw them in the laundry pile, sometimes they make a face. I see it because they call that something. There's a name for that.
I'm going to use this as a palette, y'all, because we found that it's easier to dip this stuff than to try and squirt it on.
Then you can turn that one into a mouse too later with the icing on it.
You can, or you can just eat it with
Eat
icing.
Yep, cute ideas. Edible Scotty. That would be good. You could do that. Surely there's something. Those wafers, those crunchy wafers, you could separate them. Now, I'm going to warn y'all, if these eyes fall off, that's possible because I really do think this should be done with royal icing because this icing takes a minute to dry. But the less you use, the faster. Just like art glitter glue. The less you use, the faster. Her pinchy tweezers, they're over there. But they're not food ready. We might eat these. I really do see faces in everything. Matter of fact, in my house, it's kind of weird. Like in my house, in our tile, I can point out where faces are in our tile. We've lived there so long, I literally know where they are.
Well, I've been looking at that face forever.
Which one?
The one on the wall.
Oh, yeah, that one. The one we looked at last night, or yesterday. But I do. Like in my shower, there's several faces. On my tile floor, there's several faces. It's weird.
Funny. Blake's mom and dad had a stained glass picture that hung in their kitchen window that was faces.
You could just see them.
We saw the face. And you saw it when you were driving down the road.
Yeah, wood grain. No, I see it in wood grain. We have a house here in town that has a stained glass window that I see Yosemite Sam in.
That's funny.
And I need to tell you where it is because once you see it, you'll see it too. And now that I've said it, you can't unsee it. I still don't know what it actually is because every time I look, I see Yosemite Sam.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you where it's at. How do you eat it all? At once or in bites? I would eat this like a little bit here and a little bit there. I wouldn't eat this all at one time. I know me. This is exactly what I do. I would pick off the eyes and the nose because I'm a picker-offer. And I'd pick off those ears. And then I'd take the Hershey's Kiss and then, and I'd eat it over time.
And you can make them cross-eyed if you stick the eyeball in the wrong spot.
So the term about face is your term of endearment. And hunting is Vinny's term of endearment about face. Yeah, I guarantee you. So Mary says she has faces in her wood paneling. I guarantee you Shannon's house, where was her house before this one, I guarantee you there was faces in that paneling.
Oh, I'm sure.
The word I was looking for is certifiable. Is that what I was saying about me? That sounds about right.
Let me grab the straws so we can show y'all what we use for nails.
This is what we decided. Now, you could use that. They make a red kind of stringy candy, but we went with the Sour Punch because we wanted it to feel a little Christmassy, and we felt like these looked a little glittery. But like I said, you can also just cover a cherry with a stem on it in chocolate, and that works.
I got one.
You had to scoot that up.
Plastic knife.
You had to scoot that up. You're off camera.
And then cut a little section. And then
with a real knife, this would be a lot easier.
Oh, yeah. And then I wound up cutting it down until I got these little strings to make little beady tails. And if your ears fall off, put a little more icing on it.
That back end is a cherry cordial. But these look so cute. But honestly, the ones that are done with their full stem cherry, they're really cute. But I didn't want to cover chocolate. But also, or cover cherries. But also, that would probably be better when you're serving these because they won't have as much, they won't be as sweet.
Then for his little tail, I just put a little icing on the back and stuck it on there.
Why don't you let those sit and dry and you can show your finished ones? You want to stick it on.
I'll just stick them over.
Look right here. You want to slide it? Oh, you're picking them up. Okay.
I'll just sit them over here. And I'll show y'all the pretty ones.
Somebody said a Nutter Butter for the base. That would be cute too.
That would be cute.
Terry said not certifiable. Talented. Okay. probably more certifiable.
And here are the cute
Look how
little donuts.
cute they are.
Oh, look, his little tail curled when he was sitting down. Yeah,
They're cute like this, but I don't want to see a mouse in real life. I don't like them.
And there's your little mice.
Aren't they cute, you guys? So there's some little Chris mouses. And you can, I really would like to see somebody use these on a cheese board. Somebody's got to send me a picture of that.
And you can curl their tails up.
Wouldn't it be cute if you had a cheese board at Christmas and there was little mice on it? That'd be so cute. Because
Yeah.
they would come there.
These are the chocolate cherries we used.
Again, the reason we did is because the Queen Anne are my mother's favorite. That's what we bought, but several of them were seeping.
Yeah, this is the only Queen Anne cherry we were able to use because it wasn't seeping.
And the others were just seeping. So
They were seeping.
we just went and got the ones that were covered.
Little mice.
Someone said that is it, what would you say? Illness, sickness, disease? I don't think it's bad. What is that called? That would be a. What is it? It's not an illness. It's not a sickness. It's not a disease. It's called, when you see faces and things, it's called hold on. Where'd it go? The one word. Hold on. Where did it go? Periodolia.
Oh, thanks, Melissa.
Periodolia. I think that's how you say it. What would that be? It's not an illness.
Oh, no. Melissa said, me making
Syndrome.
this as funny as Lucy in her comedy Chocolate Factory.
It'd be a syndrome. The syndrome is
syndrome?
periodolia. All right.
So y'all go make some
Tag team.
mice. Back again.
Time for the next one. The last one for today.
Oh, I lost a mouse.
Well, we'll have to eat it.
Mouse down.
Now we're going to have to eat him. That's so sad. Now we have to eat the mouse. Okay, one more mice. One more mouse. Oh, sorry, Shannon.
Peace out.
A gift. That's what I would call it. A gift. It's not a syndrome. I think it's cool. Okay. Any of you guys ever watch Cinnamon Cooney? Did y'all ever watch her? I used to catch her stuff all the time. I don't catch it as much anymore. But they used to play a palette game where during the show you would say the things you saw on the palette as it evolved. And so like different, because it was very artsy people watching, very crafty people. They'd see, it's like cloud.
I see stuff.
Like cloud spotting. It was like
I
that.
see stuff every time I get in the shower, and like my shower curtain partially sticks to the wall wet, or the water hits it, and I see.
You made a
I see
mess.
faces. Yeah, I did. I learned from the best.
Yes, 5-second rules apply. No, 5-second rules don't apply on wet icing. I'm just be honest. It does not.
It's all according. Are you talking about the candy mouse or real mouse? Because
you guys, look at this. Now, let me tell you where this project comes from. This project comes straight from the fabric world. We saw this done on Pinterest using fabric, and I'm like, we can totally do this with paper. So we did. Let me show you what we did. Here's what you'll need. You will need 2 die-cut ovals. We're going to use 2, okay? And this guy measures, let me put a real ruler on it. I think you could, somebody said they're not a chocolate-covered cherry lover. I think you could do it with 2 Hershey's Kisses back to back.
Oh, Tamitha said you could use the chocolate drops that have the vanilla cream inside.
Yeah, you could, I also think you could use, what are the ones that come wrapped up like truffles? They have a name.
Oh, Lindor's?
Lindor's. I think you could use those too. So this guy's 4.5 by 2 7/8. That's the size of our oval. We need 2 of those, and I did them gray for a little gray mouse. You need a couple of hearts. You need something like this. This is about 1 inch or so on the heart, and then I did some to lay inside of that for the ear, so just 2 smaller ones. I actually used this die because I was able to get this heart and this heart. Punch. I used this heart and this heart to do that. No, I did not. I used this heart and this heart. So I did 2 pinks and 2 whites. Oh, Rolos would be perfect. Then you need 2 little black dots, which I bet you can't see, for eyes, and then a bright red nose. So let's make this guy. I'm going to be using this punch because guess what? This punch fits the candy cane perfectly. And I'm going to go to the 5/16 to the big hole, and I just pushed this all the way in. That's how I gauged it. Pushed it all the way in just like that, okay? Then take your candy cane and you're going to put it into the hole. I got to put the wrapper in there with it. And it's a little snug, but it's not bad. See that? It goes right into that hole. And then what you're going to do is lay this down. And I just put it on the table and kind of pressed to kind of get the shape. You see that? Just kind of pressed. And then, let me move this out of the way. I didn't get him quite centered. I'm not going to stress about that. Then I took this guy and we're going to glue them together. The reason for it is it just seems to sandwich this candy cane in it really well. So let's put a little glue here and a little glue here. This just kind of holds it better. And then I am going to line up our little circles. All this does is allow you to pull the candy cane out, but it gives kind of a base for your little mouse to sit on. And this is how I did it. Of course, you could do this out of anything. It's mostly, I've seen them mostly done in fabric. That's where we saw them on Pinterest. So there's his little tail. Okay, then for his ears, what I did was I kind of curled them up like that, his little heart, the little hearts. And you could use anything for this. Just think outside the box. Use whatever you got. And then I'm going to put a little glue back here. Put his little ears on. Their ears are never in the same spot, so play with that. Kids would love making these. These would be cute. If you're going to have a cheese party, a cheese tasting party, all these mice would be cute, right?
Yeah.
I think it'd be cute. All right, then I'm going to take this little heart and do it the same. Curl it a little bit, add a little bit of glue, and accidentally glue it there. Let it drop and accidentally glue it there. I'm actually going to pick that up and put it in the right spot. So I'm just going to say I am.
No, it wants to be over there, away from.
It liked that spot. So put the little white one there, just to give it a little extra something. And then right here, and put this little guy down.
Yeah, it is a pretty nice fabric punch. A punch.
Oh, I love that punch. Lots of hearts. Okay, now then, let's get the quick stick. I think this will go better with the quick stick. Now I'm going to take 2 dots for eyes. And remember, for the mice, they're supposed to look a little beady. I don't really like that term, but y'all know what it means. He's a little beady-eyed guy.
Oh, mine looked beady.
So put those little guys down. I know I have a stick in the back of the quick stick, but it was just easier. I had that open. All right, and then I'm going to take this red dot and put it here to be like Rudolph.
Jeez whiz, that mouse is being nosy.
Jeez whiz. So there's that. Look how quick this is. You could do these like right before a party and give everybody a little treat.
Uh-huh.
Because this is super quick. All right, and then he needs whiskers. Now you could do dimensional whiskers. I decided not to. I felt like it was not necessary to fight little tiny bits of string or anything. Where did I put my jelly roll?
I don't know.
Here's one. And I just used a jelly roll pin, and it just came right here, and I went flick, flick, flick. Then you can turn around and go flick, 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 and you got little whiskers. That's all I did. He's super cute, right?
Super cute.
You can make a billion of these for your kids' class or something like that because they're so easy. Now, one thing I did do that I did not think about on this guy, I did add a little glue dot. Let me see. I added a little glue dot in here just to kind of hold it in place because here's what I thought. If you were taking these somewhere and you put them in a box, you don't want all the tails to fall out. So I just we keep these. This is something we use a lot. We use this in our store. We use this in our craft room, whatever. And I just took a little glue dot and before I closed it up, put it inside there just to hold this in. Because you see how he wiggles a little bit, which is fine. But if you want him to be a little sturdier, especially for travel, maybe you just glue dot this guy in.
That's one old candy cane, Tam.
That's what?
Tam said she made one of these in Girl Scouts using felt way, way back in the day. I still have one.
That's cool. That's mostly you see these done with fabric and felt, and most of the time this is cut like a teardrop. Like they'll do a teardrop that comes to the point, and then these in fabric or felt are slices that you run fabric through and like give it. Go look on Pinterest, you'll see. But here's what I thought: if we can do it in fabric, I literally said to Shannon, if we can do that in fabric, we can do it in paper.
Can you make me 28 of those?
Sure. You have to do all the die cutting. You do the die cutting, I'll do this. That means we need 8 and 8, 16, carry 1, 2, 4, 58 ovals.
How about they just get candy canes?
Oh, they can be hung on the tree.
I know, Tam. I was just joking.
Look how cute. You can hang them on the tree. Have little
I
Christmas
could
mouses.
just do 5 then for the nieces and nephews.
Thank you, Kathy, for loving our projects today. We have more coming up. We're not done for today. We've got our questions to do. We got to do those. But tomorrow's theme, actually, it's not a theme tomorrow. Tomorrow we go on a field trip. So I hope you're excited about that. Tomorrow we are heading to Grace Monroe Home in Maplesville, which is a city near us. And we are going to be there with the ladies from Grace Monroe, Sherry and Amanda. They're going to be making a wreath for you guys. And here's the thing. You guys want to see this because they make wreaths not like we make wreaths. So Shannon and I are like the one roll wonder, you know, few supplies, get it done kind of thing. Not these girls. They make, if you saw the wreath on our front door, they made that one.
They're extra and they are awesome.
And I'm excited to see the process and see how that happens. And we're going to learn more about them. And you might remember they're the ones who had the glue pot that we showed you, the pink glue pot. So we're going there tomorrow. And then Friday, we're going on another field trip. We'll be at my house Friday in my kitchen. And we'll be doing, say it because I say it wrong.
Pancakes and pajamas.
Pancakes and pajamas. So we'll have...
I'm sorry, pajamas.
We'll have 2 or 3 projects for you. 2 or 3. I'm not sure exactly how many. So 2 or 3 projects. We haven't planned out the paper projects. We only planned out the pancakes.
We only planned out pancakes and pajamas.
And pajamas. We plan our pajamas and pancakes. That's what we plan.
Pajamas.
So we'll have that on Friday at 2 p.m. And then Monday, I think it is, I can't remember. I think it's Nuts About Christmas. I think Monday is Nuts About Christmas. But we'll take y'all along. So be back tomorrow at 2. But let's do this. Every day we are doing the question cup. And you guys have been submitting questions to go into the cup. If you would like a question in this cup, you just need to put it in the comments below the video after the video has ended, after the live has ended. And we'll get you into the question cup. Today's question is favorite childhood Christmas memory. This is a good one. And I'll ask me and Shannon, okay? One of my favorite childhood Christmas memories, it was a Christmas we had when we were living in Myrtle Grove, Florida. And I came out and Santa had brought a dollhouse for me. And this dollhouse was real wood with real wallpaper and real linoleum floor and it had electricity. The lights came on. It was absolutely the coolest dollhouse. And I later found out that Santa had let my dad make it for me. And so my father, instead of the elves, had made this for me. That dollhouse meant so much to me. It was 2-story. It was huge. I loved that dollhouse. And that same year, I got a baby doll that I called my Mary Jo doll. It was a red-headed baby doll. And she had the kind of ponytail that you pulled the ponytail and her hair grew. And then, do you remember these? Did y'all have these when you were little? I know some of you did, but you could pull her ponytail and she'd have a long ponytail, or you could, I think, either roll it up or pull it again and it fed back in, so she could have a short little bob or she could have long hair. It was really cute.
Why can't we do that to our hair?
I know, for real. And I called her my Mary Jo or my Maisie doll because my Aunt Maisie, who was also called Maymay, my Aunt Maisie was a redhead, and this doll looked just like her to me. And so we called it my Maymay, or my Aunt Maisie doll. And so that's one of my favorites. And I remember I loved that dollhouse so much. But listen, it was big and heavy because it was made from wood. Like, Dad basically made a house, like in small size. And we had to leave it.
Tiles?
He had, he had done linoleum. He had done little roll-out linoleum. And it wasn't like dollhouse materials. He took housing material and like cut down a piece of linoleum with a small print on it and put it in my kitchen. And it had real wallpaper. Mom had gone to like the wallpaper store and got samples, and they put that all in. It was so, and there was real carpet, like store. This was before they had all those miniature things. Like, he was thinking all this stuff out. It was absolutely gorgeous. But when we moved from Pensacola, which was near Myrtle Grove, Florida, we moved from Pensacola back home. We couldn't bring it with us. We couldn't pack it. And it was so sad. I'd had it for like a year, maybe 2 years at that point. But I was able to gift it to my neighbor, who was my best friend in Florida. And so she got to keep it. And I bet she passed it down somewhere or something. It was really big, y'all. It was a beautiful, beautiful dollhouse. And the fact that the lights would come on, that was so cool. I thought that was so cool. Back in the day. And it was literally, Dad like drew up the plans. This was not like a kit. This is why I'm telling you, it was not something we could just move easily. It was because this is how he could afford it. They used scraps. And that's what they did. It was really cool. It's one of my favorite Christmas. I have a lot of favorite Christmas memories because my mom was all about memories, right? You turned her belly button. I knew it was something I couldn't remember. You turned her little belly button, and her hair came back in.
That is so
And it would stop at any length. So you could have a bob or in between or ponytail or whatever. All right, Shannon.
sweet.
Favorite Christmas memory?
I think it was probably getting Santa always visited our house on Christmas Eve. I don't know what, always. We never had Christmas morning. It was always Christmas Eve we got our presents.
Not me. I was in the middle of the night.
I got a Barbie dream house.
That's cool, isn't it?
It was my favorite.
That is cool. I love that. Most of the time, my favorite memories are like what my mom would always come up with, like the coolest ways to remember things. Like, I'm going to tell y'all this because I love this memory. And the other night it got me all emotional. But one year, I do not know why she did this, but we were in the living room decorating the Christmas tree, and the lights on the tree were on, and it was dark in the living room. We had a fire going, and she got me. This was before my stepbrothers. It was just me and Billy. And Mom said, "Come on, lay down underneath the tree with me." And I'm like, "What?" And Mom laid down and put her head under the tree, her body hanging out. You can imagine her body hanging out, her head under the tree. And then Billy and I followed suit. With Mama did it, we did it. And we laid down there, and she said, "Look up in the tree." And we looked up, and she said, "Doesn't it look like a big city? All the lights." And Mom was so imaginative and so she could explain things and make you just feel like you're there, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, "Doesn't it look like a big city?" And she'll go, "Let's sing Christmas carols." And we laid on the floor, looking up in the Christmas tree, singing Christmas carols until my dad got home from work, because he worked in Birmingham at the time. We were in Montgomery. And he said, "Y'all are having too much fun." And we had to stop. But it's such a memory that I have. Just me, Mom, and Billy right there in that room, in the quiet of that room, laying there under the tree looking up. I don't know why, but if you got grandkids, do it. It's a silly thing, and you will remember. If you have little kids, it's a silly thing, and they'll remember it. Lay under that tree and look up. By the way, was this a thing like when Mom was little? Is this something people did? I don't know. She just told me to do it. Some of you guys are the same age as Mom. Maybe this was a thing that kids did back in the day. But that's what she did, and I thought that was really cool.
That was cool.
It was amazing. And at Thanksgiving, I had the tree standing in the living room, not decorated, but standing. And I looked at it late that night. We were just sitting there, and I just was taken back to when Mom and I and Billy laid under that tree, and I just lost it. And Vince goes, "We usually do better at Thanksgiving," you know. And I said, "It's just that memory. I could just see us laying under that tree." Love those memories.
Sweet.
Love those memories. So do two things, you guys. Today, I want you to tell us your favorite Christmas memory in the comments after the video ends, after the live ends, so we can see what your favorite Christmas memory is. And then I want you to answer in a separate comment for the Would You Rather, because we're going to play that too.
Yeah, my parents didn't want to get up early on Christmas morning either. But we always, from the time I was little, I always remember having Christmas on Christmas Eve. And to this day, we still have Christmas with my parents on Christmas Eve.
You know, Brenda, they were white lights at this time. Our tree, it was when white lights were the thing. It was between 91 and 93. Only remember because we spent the blizzard of 93 in that house. I do remember that. So somewhere between 91 and 93, and it was when white lights were becoming the fad, and they were white. And I remember that. But the color would work. Can you imagine seeing all the different colored lights from? You just have to see it. It's pretty neat to lay down and look up. It's pretty neat.
Maybe that's why my cat always used to do it.
Maybe. Y'all are sweet. Okay, let's talk about the Would You Rather. So we've been playing Would You Rather Christmas edition. That's funny. And so what we want you to do, we're going to give away a prize on the Monday after the week prior. So like this week, we're collecting your comments, and we'll randomly pick one of the days, one of the random Would You Rather answers, and that'll be our winner for Monday. But today's question, please remember, you can answer it in the chat, but that doesn't enter you. To put your entry in, you have to answer in the comments, because that's the only way we can see it later. So you have to come back when the video ends, the live ends. Cute. Okay. Would you rather be allowed to only eat fruitcake for 2 days, or be allowed to only eat candy canes for 2 days? Unpopular opinion. If those are my choices, I'd take fruitcake. I like fruitcake. I'm a weirdo. Shannon, if you were only allowed to eat fruitcake for 2 days or candy canes, which would you choose?
No, it'd definitely be candy canes because I'm not a fruitcake person.
Really? I like a good fruitcake. I do. I like them.
Who was it? Robin Foles said the Barbie Dream House came out when she was deemed too old to get one. But what's funny is my nieces, after I outgrew the Barbie house, my sister got it, and then they put it in the attic, and my brother had 2 girls, and now they have the Barbie Dream House. So it lives on.
Barbara said her mom's best friend had a black tree with purple ornaments with a spinning color light on it, and it was stunning. That spinning color light, I will never forget this. If y'all, and now Shannon's probably too young to remember this, but there was a time when they made the aluminum trees. I'm a little too young also. It was really mom's
dad
had a tinsel tree or had a aluminum tree with the light. Okay, so my mother, we didn't have that. We didn't have an aluminum tree, but at a yard sale, my dad found the light. And he was one of those people who would buy it. He just bought everything he knew. He's a hoarder. My dad's a hoarder, I'm just being honest. So he bought one of those lights. Well, Mother decided she was going to use it anyway. So she put it on our tree. She put it shining on the tree, even though it was just a regular tree. And it was just magical. It was like, you know how nowadays we have those things on the outside of our house that do the light shows? It was like that on our tree, and it wasn't even one of the aluminum trees. So I thought that was cool. Is there a specification on only peppermint candy canes? Could be a loophole. It could be a loophole. I don't know. That didn't say. I think you can choose.
I just like candy canes. They used to, like, every time we'd go to Cracker Barrel, I used to buy the candy cane sticks and keep them in my purse.
That is so cute. My grandmother had the aluminum tree with the light. Matter of fact, I saw the light at Rustic the other day. I saw one of the lights, but it's the light, but it didn't have the spinny color wheel. I wish it did because I would have bought it just because it would remind me of my mother, and I would have done it. So cool.
I've never seen I don't guess I've ever seen one. I've always heard them talked about.
You know what it looks like? You know what the light looks like? Y'all tell me if you agree. To me, it looks like a Simon game. You know the Simon, how it has the red, the yellow, the blue, like that, and it's that plastic. And you know how Simon it has like a faceted plastic. That's what it looked like. It was a faceted pie-shaped color, and it made like a color wheel, and it was plastic facet. Y'all remember this? Is this how you would describe it? Where is Shannon from?
Sorry, I'm on here as Maymay. She signed in on my YouTube. I am from. I was born in Montgomery, and then Wetumpka, and then Verbena, and now Clayton. So, here.
Yeah, they agreed that's what it was like. It always reminded me of the Simon game, that plastic, but it was in pie shape. You can Google it, I'm sure. But it was like a pie shape of green and a pie shape of red and a pie shape of yellow and whatever colors, and it would spin. And the light came behind it, and the light back then, I mean, listen, these are fire hazards. It was one of those hot lights that was, came right, fire hazards. That's what they were.
Everything was a fire hazard.
We sure have enjoyed these 2 o'clocks with y'all. We're having fun planning them and getting them ready. And we're excited about tomorrow because I'm ready to go on a field trip. We're going to do 2 field trips there and to my house too. That'll be fun. And so we're going to let you guys go today. I'm going to say a prayer for us. We've got time. Please, if you don't mind, say a prayer for Vinny. He is on the dream trip of a lifetime for him. And it's sad for me because I'm going to miss him. We are attached at the hip. We go nowhere without each other. It's very weird to see us separate. And I don't like it, but I'm very happy for him. I'm so happy he's getting to do this, and I hope he has a wonderful time. And we don't call that game Simon Says. We call it Simon. Just Simon. By the way, it's one of my favorite games. I love Simon.
I've never really played it much.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Simon Says is the game where you tell people, Simon says do this, Simon says do that.
Yeah, I also have a cold right now. And I think it's making my voice sound weird.
Barbara's house caught on fire from one Christmas. I'm telling you, that light was a serious light. It was a serious light. You don't have a Bama accent?
I don't think.
Yes, she does. Ask her what she does to get onto her computer.
Log in.
She logs in. That's my favorite.
Yeah, but I have a lot of drainage and stuff from when I had the flu, and it's not all right yet. So I don't feel like
she got more medicine yesterday to clear it up too. So. We think it's kind of loosening it, is what we think. Hey, Cindy asked, was it Cindy? Cindy asked where he went. I don't really know the city in Texas that he went to. I know he's 2 hours from Jared, and Jared's in Dallas.
Way on over there.
He's way over there. He's 2 hours further than Jared.
Yeah.
And Jared's in Dallas, and Jared's 12 hours away. But the good news is he told me today, I didn't know this, but he and Jared had talked, and if he gets his, he's on a hunting trip. So if he gets his deer early, then he said he might leave there and go spend some time with Jared and then come back and get the guys. And I really hope that happens for him. I think he would really love that, to get to see Jared and the girls, and I'll be jealous. And when I say Jared and the girls, it's Sam and the granddaughters. Like, I've noticed I do that lately. Say Jared and the girls, because they're all the girls.
They're all the girls. It's all the girls.
So if you would pray for travel mercies, I would really appreciate that. Pray for us, because me and Joe are by ourselves. But Joe tells me he's got me. That's what he says.
It's sweet.
Cortland has the flu, y'all.
Bless it.
It has been running around this place too. I think all of the kids here have had it in some capacity.
Yeah, I think so.
Ollie had it. Colin had it twice.
Noah had it.
Noah had it.
Then Noah gave it to Mommy.
And then some of Jazz's kids had it. Yeah, and Colin got it twice. Colin had it, got over it, went back to school for a week, and got it again.
Well, he's not just 2 hours into Texas. He's 2 hours on the other side of Watauga.
Yeah.
North,
You got to remember,
he's way on over.
He's 14 hours from home. So he's, it's 12 hours to Dallas, Fort Worth, and then it's 2 more hours to where he is, which I don't know where it's at. So, no, 2 hours into Texas is nothing.
No, you feel like
When we travel, when we go, it's the same distance from Alabama to Shreveport, right? As it is from Shreveport to Dallas.
I think so.
Like, we go through 3 states, and then it's the same distance from those three states from Shreveport into Dallas. It's a lot.
That Mississippi, Louisiana is like this, and then the Texas is forever and forever and forever and forever and forever.
Forever, forever, forever.
And forever.
All right, let's pray. God, thank you so much for this day. Thank you for letting us have these fun times together. God, and just allowing us to enjoy our memories and walk down memory lane together. Such a blessing. So good that you allow us to remember those sweet things and call them up when we need them, when we need to be reminded of your goodness and the blessings that you've given us through our family and through our friends. God, those that are sick today, I see a list a mile long of people that are not feeling good, or some that are fighting the flu and other illnesses. I pray, God, you'll just touch them and help that illness to go quickly and help them to be feeling better and back to themselves before you know it. God, we ask for traveling mercies for Vince. Thank you for the opportunity you're letting him experience. This is a dream for him, and I appreciate you allowing him to do that. Such a blessing, and I thank you for that. God, for the rest of the week as we travel into other places and we just have fun doing our little Christmas shows, I ask that you'll be a part of it, that you'll share your love through us to others. And we thank you so much for what you do for us. And God, as we leave here today, we just want to tell you how much we love you. And we thank you for the Christmas season and how we can just enjoy the wonderful gift that is Jesus and celebrate him all year through, but especially here at Christmas. Thank you for all of this in Jesus' name. Amen. I need my drink. I left it over there. Oh, I didn't sit it by you?
Over here.
Oh, well, I'll get it in a second. So, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to answer the 2 questions in the comment after the live ends. Your favorite Christmas memory, and would you rather eat fruitcake for 2 straight days or candy canes? Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Bye now.